Hello and welcome to today's episode of Making Stuff Up, where the intersection of creativity and mindset come together so you can create and enjoy a delicious life. I'm Wendy Watkins, a joy strategist, and I'm so thrilled for you to meet my guest today, Miss Runa Magnusdottir, also known as Runa Magnus. Runa is joining us today from Iceland. She is the co-founder of the No More Boxes movement and also the creator of the Money Box game. She is my friend, my sister, my colleague, and someone that has a movement called the Changemakers that I am a part of as well. It is such a delight to have Runa join us for this episode of Making Stuff Up. And as exciting as it is to have Runa join us, it's even more exciting that you have taken the time to join us. So here is Runa. Runa, what are you doing in there, girl? Have you been singing since I left you there, girl?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I love when
I'm singing Jerusalem.
What is that?
It's a beautiful song that people are dancing with all over the world. That is, you've probably seen this. They're dancing this dance that I really like to learn how to dance because it's really fun dance and it has a rhythm into it and it's kind of it's just like life is fun.
Talk about making stuff up. Dancing is all made up and life is fun. Woo! I like that statement, babe. I am so glad that you are here and thank you for introducing that dance for us. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a brilliant one.
I'm gonna have to look it up. So here we are, making stuff up, you and me.
Yeah. Not for the first time.
Not for the first time, many times. I've already let the audience know a little bit about our past, but as they'll need to get to know you a little bit better. So let's just start off. Tell them a little bit about you and tell them about what we are making today and why you chose that project.
Oh, yeah. So just to give, when I'm asked today, who are you? I've moved away from being, giving all the status boxes, I'm the founder of this and creator of that and all of that, to going into who am I really? And what I found out, for a very long time, I would have said, I'm a creative doer. But then, like 3 years ago, it moved to, I am a creative being. And that was a big shift because I found out, although I love to do things, being is such a state of mind and it's such a space that you give yourself just to be and to go into every single moment with that question, so who do I want to be now?
Oh, I love that question. Yeah. Being a recovering doer as well, that is a beautiful question. That really does direct the doing.
It does. Who do I want to be? And because then you go really into, I want to be loving. I want to be caring. I want to be a rebel, which I'm quite often. But then I'm making a conscious choice.
Yes, it's a conscious choice. And that is exactly why we're here today, right? We all have conscious choices to make. And making stuff up, I mean, it's all made up. Everything is made up. Our thoughts, our feelings come from our thoughts, but no one comes and just deposits thoughts in our head, would you say?
Yeah.
Does that happen in Iceland?
Guess what? Yeah, we actually are human beings that live over here. Yeah.
Yeah. So no one does that. So we get to make it up. So who do
Yeah.
you want to be today? Well, so who are you being today, my friend?
Today, I've been, Runa, the very strategic one, looking at how to deal with affiliate systems and setting up all sorts of systems. So I really needed to be carefully going into that. Saying that, because actually on this day that we are recording this, it's a holiday over here. And I am going to be a listener afterwards once we've finished this, because then I'm going to go for my daily walk and listen to some really good stories.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that daily walk of yours. That's fabulous. Fabulous. So I love that question. Who are you being today?
Who are you going to be today, Wendy?
Oh, I am being a movie star today because I'm recording a lot today. And so I get to let my light shine bright on
Movie
myself.
star, a movie star. You think you are a movie? Oh, sorry, just got carried away.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That would be me today. And I'm going to be the interviewer. So, and I'm also going to be loving and kind.
Yeah.
And celebratory of our Mother Earth because it's Earth Month this month.
It is. Yeah,
Wherever
it
you're
is.
watching, we're filming on April 1st. So
Yeah.
that's what we're stepping into.
Yeah.
So Runa, what are we making today?
We are going to make our little happiness box.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, don't you?
Yes.
So can I give a little background story?
Yes, please.
So you know how I'm all about the no more boxes movement and methodology and lifestyle. And one of the things that we've noticed as we've been creating this methodology and seeing how we can help humankind to move from this tendency of placing yourself and everyone else into stereotype boxes into how can we create our human space rather than boxes. So as I know, this is a process, and it's a stepping stone thing to do. I mean, first of all, you have to be aware that you're putting yourself into a box, like the make-believe box that you're not good enough. Come on. I mean, we do that all the time, right? I mean,
I love that it's a make-believe box, right?
The make-believe box, it is. So, and as our body doesn't know any difference between what is happening and what we are creating, because just the more that we create of who we want to be, the more our body becomes used to that, because it's used to what we've been doing till this day. So we're basically training our body to do something different. So with the happiness box, it's like a stepping stone from being in, just realizing you're in a box and then making a conscious choice of what you want to put into your box, instead of going in with the preformed thinking, listening and reacting like most of us do. We're taking something that once was, not even in our lifetime, and we're putting it into a present moment and into the future without any thought whatsoever. So the happiness box that we're going to be doing today is a box where you consciously choose what you're going to put into.
Right up our alley here at making stuff up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I love what you say there, because it's two choices, right? It's either we live our life by default, always doing what we've always done, living in that same box, choosing that same perspective, or we become more conscious about the boxes we're putting people in and what we're making up about those people.
And ourselves. Yeah, do not forget, because if we start there to look at, holy moly,
Yes.
I am. Because the minute I put you into a box, Wendy, I'm putting myself into another.
Mm-hmm. It's like an epidemic that's happening
It
out there,
is.
really,
It
really.
is. And it's just creating this black and white thinking and endless division, you know, and yeah, and it's just, and we never get to talk about the issue.
Yeah.
Because we start to argue about if this box is right or not.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's all make believe.
Yeah. It's all make believe. Yep. It's all made up. So what do you want to make up?
Okay.
So we're going to make happiness boxes.
I have mine.
You're ready? So show us yours and tell us. So here's what's going to happen now, everybody. So you'll be able to take this information and make your own happiness box. And remember, you can use your MSU because you can now put that behind your name. Runa, you already have one behind your name. You've had it for a long time because we all make stuff up. So you're going to get to make your own happiness box. And if you're asking yourself if you're doing it right, the answer is yes. Yes, it is, because there's no rules on this.
Nope.
It's your happiness box, but we're going to share how we're using ours, and then you get to make it up the way you want to. So let's hear your about your box and how you're going to use it, Runa.
So first of all, one of the things that I love, and I'm actually teaching this sometimes in my courses. So one of the things that I love when it comes to your happiness box is to pick a box. And this today, I picked this particular box. Can you see the picture?
It's really hard to see the picture. Can you tell us what it is? Oh, I see it now. Yep, there you go. Oh, it's a wolf.
It's like a wolf, but it's made out of stars. So it's like in space.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm creating something that is in space. So like I'm thinking quantum physics here, and I'm thinking everything that is in space, you can, you know, it's in the field.
In the field.
So I'm thinking here, well, it's already there. I already can have everything that I desire. And here's the tricky thing, Wendy. You know, one of the things that I sometimes find difficult, and I can see my clients find also difficult, is to know what really is it that I'm going to put into this box. It's like you go, oh, now I can put into things that make me happy, and I'm so used to being in the miserable state of mind. How can I shift that? So sometimes it takes time to figure out, what do I want in my happiness box? Well, this today, I'm opening up my box, and I'm just going to show you what I have in my box today.
Ooh, beautiful. I see 2 rocks. And what is that lovely piece that you have your finger on?
Yeah, well, I have, this finger. I can't see which finger.
You know, one of those 10 fingers that you have on there, the circle. What's in the circle?
Here, yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to show you, first of all, it's the one here. It's a little stone says love. So this is a stone that I have 3 of them. So I love, believe, and dream. And today I put in love and believe in, because one of the things that I really would like to be able to do more of, and setting my intention to have more of, is to love. You know, the past weeks have been rough. It has been rough for me. And so reminding me to find things and just put my intention on things that makes me laugh this is a good reminder. And the stone that says believe is to believe that what I'm doing in the world and who I want to be in the world, that I continue to believe that I am, and that I can even expand that belief to something even more delicious. You know, it's like, I'm not even going to put the end to that. I don't know what it is. Just feels really, really magical. Yeah. And then I have a heart in here.
Oh, that's what it is. Heart. I see it now.
This is a heart. Yes.
Yes. Beautiful.
And the heart is a symbol to remind me. It's not only about for me to remind me to love, but not so long ago, I had a big aha moment when I was listening to an audiobook by Sandra and Daniel Biskind, The Code Breaker.
Mm.
And in that, and I mean, Sandra is a good friend of mine. And one of the things that she says in the book is about love. And love, she said this sentence, love is not a feeling, it's an energy. And I had heard that sentence about 1 trillion times, never quite got it. Do you know how it is when you kind of like, there's something there, and I go, whoa. So it's not about being in love with someone or showing someone love and affection. It was that energy that I can tap into, that is already in the quantum field.
Yes.
So you should have got that. I immediately text her, Sandra, and sent her a voice message and said, Sandra, I just got it. That the whole thing about love, I just got it. But it was just so big because I felt for this whole concept didn't really fit with me, because I thought, do I need to be in love with everyone? And I'm not in love with everyone. I had all that monkey talk with me. And then when I got that, it was like, oh wow, I can just tap into that energy, and I can fill my body and my container that I'm in today. I can fill it with that energy, and that made the difference. So this is to remind me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
And then the final thing in here is that I have in here is to remind me that forever friendship. This is my late Bella's leash.
Aww. Sweetie, yes.
She left us to dog heaven 2 years ago. This reminds me.
Runa, your sound is a little off. Did something happen with your microphone?
Does it go now?
There you go. Perfect.
Is it better now? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So tell us about that again.
Yeah, so this is because Bella, my little dog, dogs are your best friends. You can tell them anything. They sense when you're not at the best state of mind.
Yes.
They're there for you no matter what. So this is to remind me that friendship is something that you create, and you can create friendships. That's one thing, but to nurture friendships is another thing. And this is to remind me that that's how everything happens. It happens through connections with other people and yourself. So these are the things that I have in my happiness box, Wendy. What do you think?
I love that. So those things that you put in your box, how do you use that? Like, do you just look at it daily? You know it's in there. I mean, how, in my language, it's about raising your joy factor, right? So how do you use it to raise your joy factor?
So one of the things that I'm practicing myself now is to set really clear intentions and really know how to set intentions. I didn't know how to do that, but I'm learning to do that now. So this is linked with that, as I create my very, very clear intentions, or my intention is to create clear intentions. Not only they don't always happen. So this is to remind me, because those are the things that really matter the most.
Yeah. And that's what brings you happiness, right? The things that matter the most.
It brings me happiness.
Exactly. And that's unique to all of us.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And now I want to see what is in your box.
I know. I can't wait to show you. So mine is a little different, because that's how we do it here at Making Stuff Up, right? Like I said earlier, it's all made up. So when we talked about happiness boxes, we didn't go too much into detail. So remember, you could do that for yourself as well. My box is a box that I've had for many years that a girlfriend made for me. And
Yep.
so
Oh,
I
nice.
covet it. And what I have inside my box that I use for happiness are angel cards. And so
Ooh.
I am very connected to my guides and lean into them to support me in having happiness and raising my joy factor. So when I'm feeling a little low on the happiness, right? Because it happens to all of us, it's just the way of life, I will choose an angel card. And that will help guide me back towards my happiness. So I am going to pick one right now. And like for today, it's, oh goodness, this one is always a joy. Purification. So that will mean, yep, cheers on the water. And that is something that I don't even know if I have my water glass up here still, is definitely helps to make me happy, because when my body, right, it's body, mind, and spirit. So I'll just hold this, and it's just information for me and a tool, and it helps me to use it, and I use it to make stuff up around it, right? So purification, drink more water, my body feels better, I'm going to be happier. So that's exactly how you do it. So that's what I have in my box. Very simple. I keep it on my desk, and I use it when I need those spirited helpers and a whole new spiritual practice.
Ooh, can I, because we're making things up, I'm just gonna draw a card for you.
Oh, I can't wait to see what deck you're pulling from.
From the Rebel deck.
Oh, I love the Rebel deck. I love the Rebel deck.
Yeah, the Rebel deck. Okay, you have to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, it's here. You got it, girl. You're talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit.
No problem. I'm on that. I am on that all day long. No kidding.
Okay, so could you do this purification as well? I mean, I think that's better for your shit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it clean. Keep it
Keep
pure.
it clean.
Yep. All of that. So many ways to make stuff up. I want to show you guys also a couple of other happiness jars. So this jar, Runa, I don't know if you've ever seen this one.
Yeah.
This is one that my niece Shay made for me many years ago. So here's another way you could make a happiness jar.
Yeah.
There's a key on the back here. So and this is also something that you could make for other people. So remember, you know, helping others make stuff up is.
I love that.
So she put on the key on the back that anything that's pink is a goal for today. The green ones are when you want to punch someone in the face. That must mean when I'm mad. And the yellow is your favorite niece loves this about you. So I also use this, and I'll just use it again today. Just put my hand in there, and I pull out
something that your niece wants you to know.
That's what she said. That's the one I pulled, the yellow, what my niece wants me to know about me. So, it says, in my eyes, you are the queen of soul. Talk about a happy maker.
Yeah.
I can imagine you putting something in someone's jar and giving them that.
Yeah, that is such a good idea.
Right?
It's talking about giving back.
Yep. I just love that.
Wow.
And it sits right here, and she decorated it so simply and so beautifully. And it has little lights in there. You can't see it during the day, but another happiness jar. And you know who I also think is the queen of making stuff up is Elizabeth Gilbert. You know her, right? She's the Eat, Pray, Love lady. She also wrote a book called Big Magic, which is all about creativity. And in there, she creates a happiness jar that is for herself or others, that is more of the human doing place than the human being place. It's about things you can do to make you happy. So for some of you that are the doers and want to do more to make you happy, Elizabeth puts in her jar things like you can reflect on one thing, a memory that makes you happy, or
Yeah.
you can do a random act of kindness, or you
Yeah.
can take an 11-minute walk, you can call a friend or unplug for some me time. So she takes all of these items, you cut them up in little strips and put them in a jar, and then you choose something that you can do to make you happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many ways to make stuff up that supports you in feeling good so you could do good, right? Because it's not just about making stuff up that doesn't have you feel good. We're good enough doing that, right? So this is about consciously making stuff up that makes you feel good so you can go out there and make the impact you want to make in the world, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Runa, what do you make up? How do you use your MSU to impact you so you can go out there and make the difference that you want to make with the No More Boxes movement and the money box game? What do you make up to support you in moving forward?
There are tons of things that I do, and sometimes I'm not so sure. I'm couldn't really tell if it's my daydreams or what I'm doing. Basically, I feel more and more. For me, it has been about just noticing the joy in that present moment. I think for me, COVID has taught me that. It's really helped me to be there. And in that moment, I can make things up. I mean, I live very close to nature here in Reykjavik, Iceland, and very close to me is a river that crosses the city of Reykjavik. And in that river, we have salmons. In the summertime, you can catch salmon there. But also in the woods around it, there are tons of ravens and birds, and particularly the ravens. I can make up so many things in partnership with ravens when I'm going out for a walk. And that connection
Yes.
is all make believe, of course. I'm just making it up,
Yeah.
But it's that I can even create stories because there are normally a couple of them or 3 or 4 of them together, and then I see and I've created a story. This one is not very happy about that one. Well, there's another one that's quite happy with this one. And as I'm walking, I'm having a conversation with these ravens. Now I'm probably going to be locked in somewhere now that I said that, but but hey,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. I do that. I mean, not to mention when I make up things like being on stage in this huge stage and being able to share my wisdom, share how I see we can live a better life. Become better than what we're doing. We can do more of what makes our heart sing and be more alive.
Exactly. I love that, Runa. I love it. And the 2 things that I heard, nature is such a powerful place to use your MSU,
Yeah.
right? To make stuff up because it's a beautiful connector. And then the future, right? Because it's all made up. So seeing yourself, visualizing yourself, accomplishing and making the impact you want to make is so much more fun than sitting in that fear, because fear's made up too, right? Fantasized experiences appearing real. That's all fear is. So if you're going to make stuff up, make up the good stuff.
And make up the stuff that you want to see in your life.
Absolutely. Runa, this conversation has been so delicious. Thank you so much for showing us how to create a happiness box the Iceland way. Then we got one the Atlanta way. We had a few different ideas for each of you to be able to make a happiness box and use your MSU to make stuff up that supports your mental wellness. That's what this conversation is all about. Because as I said earlier, when you are feeling good, you can do good. And a quick disclaimer before we end, you know, I am not saying, we are not saying that you can do any of that. If you are experiencing depression or anxiety or a real mental illness, that just making a happiness box is not going to make you happy, right? It is a tool. It will help you. And for those of you that are feeling good and want to feel great, this is the perfect tool to use your MSU and start to practice what is happiness for you and how can you put your attention on that to expand it. So thank you for the perspectives. You can get in touch with Runa, find out more about her at runamagnus.com. I'll put all information about you, Runa, in our YouTube channel. And remember, if you like the I was going to say what went well. Oh, if you like the making stuff up, I was making stuff up again. If you like making stuff up, then subscribe to our channel and click the bell so you know what's happening. And are you looking for something, girl?
I'm just checking. And then what? What are they supposed to do?
And once you subscribe and click the bell, then you'll know each week when our episodes are posted.
Then they're gonna. Sounds like a good plan.
It's a good plan. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember that you now have that MSU. And so go make up some good stuff. Bye, Runa. You can go back to dancing now.
Yep, because.
Bye-bye.